Welcome to Fridays for Fundraising. In the next 5 minutes, you're going to learn one step you can take before you leave the office today that can move fundraising forward for your small nonprofit. Hi, I'm Kelly, founder of From Scratch Fundraising, where we help nonprofit leaders raise more dough without burning anything. Every Friday, I'm here to serve up one bite-sized fundraising assignment that you can finish in about an hour. Think of it as your weekly recipe for sustainable fundraising success. No overwhelm, just actionable steps that actually move the needle. This week, we're focusing on sending tax information to your donors. I always recommend that my clients send a tax letter to all of the people who donated in the prior year to their donors. Technically, it's not required. You don't have to do it. If you sent an email acknowledgement, an autoresponder with the right language that had their donation amount, their donation date, and information about the tax deductibility, you've done what's required. Here's the thing. When we provide additional services, additional touch points to our donors that aren't technically required but are nice to have, this is where small nonprofits can get the upper hand and build donor loyalty. I think it's so important that in places where we can shine and show our donors appreciation, then they get more and more bought in because they understand that we're seeing them and we are treating them as partners. And tax letters do this because we are sending them a tax letter that just reminds them that they donated to us. And I like to send it so it lands it at the same time that they're getting their W-2s and all of those things, all the fun numbered tax forms for the IRS. I love sending it then and even putting on the envelope, tax information enclosed, because it gets it opened. And then I've had many, many donors call me over the years and say, hey, you know what? I forgot I even donated to you guys. And now I just shoved that thing in the thing that I hand my tax preparer. And hey, I really appreciate you doing that. It's not something we have to do for donors, but it's something donors appreciate. And again, it treats them as partners. It says, hey, we send W-2s to our employees. We're sending you a tax receipt so that you remember that this is something you can do. And especially this year, I think we're going to see more people prioritizing charitable deductions. And so I think it's a big year to make sure you do this for your donors. So let's break this down into simple steps. I love sending this as a print letter so that your donors are getting it in the mail with all their other tax notification. And it's a way to cut through the clutter. And especially if you put on the envelope tax receipt for donation, they know that's what's in there. So they don't think it's another solicitation or something like that. And again, it gets you on their radar. It puts your logo in their physical space. I like to make it a letter that's kind of a brief summary of what you accomplished in the last year. It's not an annual report per se, and don't write it off as, oh, we did our annual report. But it's just a kind of one-page highlights that says, hey, thanks so much. Thanks to you, we did these top-level things. We can't wait to tell you more and share more about our accomplishments and our plans for this year. But for right now, here, we just wanted to acknowledge your donation to our organization if this is helpful for tax purposes. Make sure you put on it their donation date and donation amount, and then put in that classic tax language, right? No goods or services were provided to you in exchange for your donation. Our organization is a 501c3 organization with EIN, whatever your EIN is. One thing I always tell my clients, though, is do not say your donation is tax deductible. That can be construed as giving tax advice, and we do not want to do that. And not everyone is actually going to deduct their donation from their taxes or be allowed to. So do not say your donation is tax deductible. Make sure you say your donation may be tax deductible to the extent permitted by law. Remember, this should take you about an hour to write up. Any CRM that you're using that has a communication side that provides for letters should be able to make this very, very easy for you to put together. If you are done with fundraising chaos, if you are tired of moving from hustle to hustle to hustle in your fundraising, I think we should work together. From Scratch Fundraising works with organizations of all sizes who are starting or need to rapidly grow individual giving programs. Our Nurture and Grow program allows us to work one-on-one with organizations, and we build a fundraising infrastructure that makes things simple, easy, as automated as possible, and really, really effective for small teams. I'm talking most of our clients in Nurture and Grow are solo executive directors or staff under 5. Our Sustain and Thrive program is meant for even smaller organizations, those just getting started, so that you can build a fundraising infrastructure that feels secure and sustainable and doesn't max you out as a founder, as a solo executive director, or a brand new development director. I would love to work with you in 2026. We always have openings in Sustain and Thrive, and I am taking on 4 new clients for Nurture and Grow in Q1 this year and 6 clients in Q2. I would love for your organization to be one of them. You can get on my calendar to see if we would be a good fit and if my services could help curb the chaos in your fundraising program. Go to fromscratchfundraising.com/schedule. I would love to talk to you about how we could work together. As a quick reminder, your homework assignment this week is to write a quick impact letter and merge it with your donors' giving to create this tax letter through the communications section of your donor CRM. That's what you got to do this week. It's not a have to have, it's a nice to have, but I have had so many donors be so grateful for my organizations putting these together. So I wanted to share that quick tip, and I will see you here next week.
Now go make the world a better place.